Let's talk and do a bit of a deep dive. I had asked my PT Harvey what he thought the number one factor was when starting a health and well being journey, and he came back with three. And the first one was why. So, we're going to do a bit of a deep dive into the why and stick around to the end because I'll give you 3 steps on how to find your whys and an action plan. And I also just want to remind you, weight loss is just a vehicle to get you to the destination where you want to be the person you want to be, and to live the life you want. Identifying the why behind your weight loss journey or any journey starts with understanding your true motivation. Weight loss is just not a physical journey. It's deeply embedded in our psychological motivations, which drive our behaviors, our choices, and even our long term success. And understanding the why is the foundation for sustainable change and those lasting results. Why the whys matter? Your whys will be your anchor to see you through any challenging situations. Now, without a clear and defined purpose, 1, you're most likely to give up when you face obstacles. 2, your motivation. It becomes inconsistent in short term. 3, results will begin to feel unproductive. 4, long-term maintenance will be very difficult. Now, when you identify the psychological motivations behind doing it, you create an emotional connection to your goals. And with that emotional connection, it helps you overcome any temporary discomfort or setbacks that you may be faced with. To focus on weight loss, here are 7 of the most common psychological motivations to lose weight. The first one is health and longevity. People desire to maintain or prevent chronic illness, to have more energy and vitality, to be present for their loved ones, just to have better quality of life. Now, to deep dive a little bit further into that, is that desire or motivation due to fear of illness or desire for vitality? That makes a big difference when you're doing your list of whys. Number 2, self-esteem and body image. Weight loss, usually driven by self-perception, includes things like just wanting to feel comfortable in your own skin, having control over your body, trying to heal from past traumas or criticisms, to stop that negative self-talk and body shaming. And sometimes it's just to connect with your authentic self. Now, what I want to put in here is an important note that working on your self-esteem is valid. It's also critical to work on your self-acceptance. Why? Because your worth is not dictated by your weight. Number 3, physical performance or capabilities, whether this be athletic or functional motivation. They usually include things like improving your sports ability, enhancing flexibility and mobility, reducing joint pain, even something simple as reaching a fitness goal, which is something I do have. And we got to keep it our little secret because my PT Harvey doesn't know this, but I want to do an 80 kg Romanian deadlift. Number 4, social and relational factors. This could involve attracting a partner in a romantic way, feeling more comfortable in society, setting a good example for your family and friends or your children. Or here's one I do really have a problem with, but it is one of the most highly ranked factors under this heading, is fitting into society's norms and expectations. Now, I'm going to put a caution in here. External validation is a very unstable foundation to build your motivations on. Please make sure that you're looking more for internal validations of yourself. Number 5, life transition and milestones. This can have a significant trigger for motivation. It could be an upcoming event, a career change, professional advancement, recovering from an illness or an injury, grieving a loss, milestone birthday, or even a life stage transition like menopause. 6, psychological well-being. Mental health motivations usually include things like managing depression, breaking the patterns of emotional eating, regaining a sense of discipline and accomplishment in your life, processing grief, stress, and trauma in a healthier way, creating a structure and routine that is stable and sustainable. 7, realizing you're worth it. These motivators come from within. You just wake up one morning and realize you are worth the effort. And you also realize you are the one responsible, nobody else. There's no quick fixes. And you also realize you have the power to do it. The bottom line, this is understanding your psychological why behind your goals. It's the difference between temporary results and lasting transformations. It will also sustain you when your motivation wanes, you have progress stalls, or even if life just gets a bit challenging. Take the time, dig deep, ask the hard questions, be honest with yourself on what you're truly seeking. Your why is your compass. Let it guide you to a more healthier, sustainable, and more fulfilling life. Okay, as promised, the 3 steps in the action plan. I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to do it as a visual, and I'm also going to use examples so you can see what I'm referring to as we go through it. And for the record, this is what I used. The deep dive, uncovering your true why. Step 1, the 5 whys technique. Start with your surface reason and dig deep by asking why 5 times. For example, why do I want to lose weight? I want to look better. Why do you want to look better? So I feel more confident. Why do you want to feel more confident? So I can pursue opportunities without holding back. Why is pursuing opportunities important to you? Because I feel like there's more to life and I've just been playing it safe. Why have you been playing it safe? Because I'm afraid of judgment and failure. The true why I discovered is that I wanted to overcome fear, reclaim my power, and live authentically. And weight loss was the vehicle for that personal transformation. Step 2, the future self visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 1 year from now having achieved your weight loss goal. Ask yourself, how do I feel emotionally? What are you doing that you couldn't do before? How are your relationships different? What has changed about how you see yourself? What emotional patterns or behaviors have changed? Write down these answers. They'll reveal what you are truly seeking beyond the number on the scale. Step 3, the pain and pleasure analysis. Create 2 lists. First list is the pain list. What will happen if I do not lose weight? How will I feel physically? How will my health be affected? What regrets might I have? Second list is your pleasure list. What will I gain by losing weight? How will my daily life improve? What dreams become possible? What new experiences await? How will I feel about myself? These are just examples. You'll have to create your own. The motivations that appear on both lists are for avoiding pain and gaining pleasure. Before we go, To the action plan. If your motivations feel punishing or shame-based, please consider working with a therapist or a counselor to develop a healthier relationship with your body and food. Distinguishing healthy versus unhealthy motivations. Examples of healthy motivations. Focusing on overall well-being and vitality. Coming from self-love and self-care. Are sustainable and flexible. Includes non-scale victories like energy, strength, mood. Promotes balance and enjoyment. Examples of unhealthy motivations. Stems from self-hatred or punishment. Are based solely on others' opinions. Involves extreme or dangerous methods. Ignores mental and emotional health. Creates a rigid all or nothing mindset. Creating your action plan. An action plan is what will keep your why alive throughout your journey. 1. Complete the 3 steps for finding and understanding your why. 2. Write a personal why statement. Make your statement powerful and that it captures your true motivation. As an example, this is my own why statement. I want to become healthy because my health is the foundation of everything in my life. This will allow me to have the energy to care for my loved ones and to stop just existing and start living. 3. Regular check-ins. Review your why weekly, especially during difficult moments. It's also natural for your why to evolve. As you progress, your motivation often deepens and becomes more internally driven. This is a sign of growth and sustainable change. 4. Connect daily actions to your why. Before making choices, be aware if it's something that aligns with your why. It could be anything from preparing a meal to visiting a friend, especially the friend that does not take your journey seriously. 5. Celebrate and appreciate your accomplishments every day. Journaling is very beneficial. It does not have to be earth-shattering. Some days mine is just getting out of bed and making it through the day. This is very much an accomplishment as I did show up and commit to seeing it through. Finding something, no matter how insignificant it may seem, this can make the huge difference in your mindset. Thank you for watching. If you think someone can benefit from this video, please share.